plaintiff, Sandra Black, is a college graduate who worked as a chemical engineer, and she worked hard to be a good role model for her daughter, the defendant. However, Sandra claims the defendant went down the wrong path and ended up in prison, and she's suing her today for 2 unpaid loans. Defendant Felicia Ogunbulyende admits that after she became a stripper, her life spiraled out of control and she became a drug addict. Felicia claims she used everything from ecstasy to cocaine, but she has currently been clean for 2 months.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I went to Tuskegee University, got a degree in chemical engineering. I'm a published author and a spokesperson for religion and spirituality as my background.
Who are you speaking for?
Oh, when I'm called out that people want me to explain things, usually like a church or something like that.
All right, you're like an evangelist.
No.
I'm trying to figure out who you are now. I know how far to go. I'm trying to know how far to go now. If you're speaking on behalf of the king himself.
I'm an author, and I'm self-taught about spirituality and all of the religions all over.
Well, who are you a spokesperson for?
Let me take the spokesperson back.
All right.
Is that what you're trying to get? Okay, my bad.
All right. Now tell me about yourself beyond that. And have you all always gotten along? Or tell me about you and your daughter.
So in the past, what had happened is that they were trained very well. And
they as in, you have more than one child?
Yes, I have more than one child.
How many?
I have 3.
They were trained properly, you say?
Yes, and so they have the background on how to behave, morals, be honest, and all of that. But what happened is over the period of my going to work as a chemical engineer, that's when everything turned bad because...
Raise a child in the way of the Lord, and in the end he shall not depart from it.
And you're right.
That's the principle you should live by. So I'm saying she'll be back around. You raised her the right way.
Exactly.
She'll be back
she
around.
will definitely be back around.
All right, well, let's just drop this, and she's going to come back around.
Okay, right. But, Your Honor, we got to do what it takes to help her come back around, okay?
Give us some tough love, all right.
And right now, what has happened is because of all of the situations that I have gone through to become disabled, my mother getting dementia, which helped raise them with me, and then she was thrown into an abusive situation, and then after that, we got into a situation where the landlord was like a Karen, and she caused me to lose my home in the end. But at the same time, my children knew that I was doing everything I was supposed to do.
How have your children strayed away, you say? Because I know me and my brothers did. We were raised the same way in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, very strict religion. But we became dope fiends, criminals, thieves, armed robbers. But we came back around.
Yeah. So we're in that
What
process.
did they do? Who did they rob? Who you robbed somebody?
I had faced a couple A felonies.
Okay, see, I know. Yeah.
But I was proven where I got conspiracy to commit theft.
And you look like my mom a little bit, honestly, you do. And my mother had 4 boys. And we had one, he never got in any trouble. He went to college. But the other 3 of us strayed away and came back, thank God, after jail and drugs and a couple other things. But we came back. So God bless you and your family. Thank you.
Defendant Felicia Ogunbulyende is being sued by her mother, who claims despite the fact that she tried to be a good role model, Felicia became a stripper and a severe drug addict.
And we'll hear from the renegade for a minute.
Okay. My mom is a good mom. She's good. Like my daddy's, I got a great daddy, great mom. I love my grandma. She had gotten dementia, like she said, and like when she got dementia, like that's when I really rebelled out. Because before dementia, I was in working 2-3 jobs at a time. I was in school. I was doing everything. But then after dementia, like I started developing anxiety and depression. It kind of left me in a spiral to where I just, I started being in the entertainment world where when you in the clubs, in and out, you know, I was already...
Dancer?
Yeah, I was a dancer. I ain't gonna lie, I was dancing. And I found out, like, it's more lucrative. Like, I make what I make in a week, in a day in the club. So I just
Until you hit 40.
Yeah, it really.
Then they won't even let you in. Then they won't even let you in the club, let alone dance.
That's true. That is so true. Because
They asked for I did the club for the maximum age. They won't let me in. They say, oh, no, sir, you're too old. Your money don't spend here. Go ahead.
No, all money spent in the clubs. Look, they be happy to see you, but I'm just.
And the club atmosphere kind of got you.
I started doing any and everything. Yeah. I went from smoking weed to doing Molly, ecstasy, snorting cocaine, doing it on Foley's. Then I started smoking it, and that's my spiral, really, where I couldn't control even making money and being able to pay people back when I borrow it. Because then it's like I say I pay you when I got it, and then it's like I never got it to pay it back. So,
is there a lot of peer pressure, or is that a significant part of the culture is getting high? As the dancers, a lot of them get high, and
I wouldn't put that on every dancer, because some dancers there's addictions. Everybody got addictions. Some of them be addicted to money, some be addicted to having sex, some of them be addicted to drugs, and they got to get their fix. And like, even once I really quit caring what I put in my body, but then I started thinking, if I know knowledge, like if I know the right things that I shouldn't put in my body, I should care about what's going in it.
How long you been out of that situation? Have you been out long, or are you still working through it? Well, particularly the destructive part, you know.
I've been clean for 2 months.
People dance if they want, that's their life.
I had relapse, and when I have relapse, I binge. So it's like everything goes like to the pawn shop to...
Have you been for treatment? Even if you don't want to go inpatient, you can go outpatient. You can go to NA class.
I go to AA classes. Okay. That's what's been keeping me sober now, letting go and letting God. And I learned that from A&A and NA classes. But I tried while I was pregnant to get some help. And when I went there, I was very destructive. I told them I'm suicidal, homicidal. I tried to kill myself. I tried to kill one of their techs. And when I tried to strangle that man, they still let me go out in the street the next day. So it's like mental health is seen as a joke. A lot of people are suffering in silence. You know, it's really like, I'm not trying to be like break down on your show, because I do want to make sure I get all my words right. But it is hard when you are suffering from bipolar, depression, anxiety, and then when you can't think straight.
And it sounds like you've self-medicated, which many people do. And you're right, there's a stigma in the black community more so than any that you're not supposed to tell people that you have a mental health issue. It's looked at as a bad thing to take medicine, even if a psychiatrist tells you that's what you need. And so I understand that, but you know, you need to get involved in an organization that works in that area to change those perceptions.
Defendant Felicia Ogunbolyende is being sued by her mother, who claims despite the fact that she tried to be a good role model, Felicia became a stripper and a severe drug addict.
What are you going to do when you finish dancing?
I do. I want to write a series called Chronicles of a Dysfunctional Bloodline.
Okay, and if it don't sell, what else you going to do? What's your B plan? It's great to have an A plan. I like that.
My B plan is definitely, I don't feel like it's always about what you know. It's about who you know and people, places, and things. So I do definitely want to, I used to promote. I'm a network. I like to network.
Okay.
And
Promote
I
her.
would like to go back to school for if everything else failed. I would like to go to school to be a paralegal to get my record
You
cleared.
should do them
off.
both at the same time. Whatever you can squeeze in. You can go to class. They have some evening and weekend classes for paralegals. You can do that while you write your series. Do as much as you can, all right? That'll keep you out of destructive lifestyle. But just want to prepare you for that age 40 when you term out.
Oh, I already can't dance now. I got a pinched nerve. I done been beat up so bad.
Beat
that
up
I
by
can't-
who?
My exes. Like I know what concrete tastes like. I done had my face smashed in the concrete when I was 18 years old. I'm an Aries, so I do got a mouth. And like my bite.
I'm an Aries too. But I usually win the fight. All right, Mama, what you have to say about this? When did she start exhibiting
Your Honor,
issues that
my
might
daughter-
require treatment?
My daughter never told me when she was young. She was molested right here but it's not a secret, you know. She was like a baby. And at that time, I didn't know that in the schools or, you know, where you're in public daycare, that this was going on, you know. So, but by the time she was adult, everything was set in as.
But the behavior would have been exhibited. She
was.
says that she may have bipolar, depression. Those things are definitely on display by adolescent years, man.
And that's why, because I want you to see our family, what we can be.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this girl. I know that she can be something so important to the world
Yeah.
with her story and in changing a lot of what's going on for other people to share.
Yep.
And she's even talked about that's what she would like to do as well.
And then you'll know why you went through this, all right? So go through the fire
Okay.
and tell me about the loans. What-
Okay, so on May 13, 2013, she got into trouble and needed to be bonded out. And I bonded her out on the condition she was going to pay me back, and she promised to pay me back. And I haven't received anything back from that. And then on the other loan, it was a car loan. That was in December. And the amount was for $1,500 for her to not just buy the car, but to also pay for her insurance and everything that needed to come with the car. And she promised to pay that back. Your Honor, she has had money come to her, and she has been paying everybody else back but me. And I feel like that this would help her to evolve if she learns the
Yeah, she over there bragging
responsibility of
about how
paying
much
her-
she make at the club.
That
Now
was
you won't pay your
before
mother.
08. That was before 08 when all dancers were making money. But then all dancers know when the crash happened at Wall Street, everybody was struggling. So like after 08, we making dollars.
Y'all
We
stock
weren't making
went down?
20s. Look, yeah. I'm sorry, but. After 08, dancers, it ain't even no reason to dance. Most dancers
Really?
that's dancing, they working a job too.
Defendant Felicia Ogunbulyende is being sued by her mother, who claims despite the fact that she tried to be a good role model, Felicia became a stripper and a severe drug addict.
All right, so the loans, why did you wait since 2013? Why did you wait so long?
I think what it was is just that I wanted to help her, and in everything that we're struggling, it's always been about how can I help them.
Why
push
did you
up.
decide now? It was 13 and then the other one was
The reason
16. Why did you determine now that you
The reason
wanted
why I
to sue?
decided now is because she got a stimulus check, and I didn't
Don't
get
take
any.
the woman's stimulus.
But I'm just saying I didn't get a
You don't
dime.
get the woman's stimulus. You cold. Look at my Bible.
Yeah.
See what it say about that.
Yeah.
Think the meek shall inherit the earth or something? You gonna inherit
Your
the
Honor,
earth. You the meek. Meek
had
mean
to
you
come
broke,
here to
right?
see
Or you
you.
don't have money, you meek, right?
Yeah, you don't say nothing.
No, I
Your
know
Honor.
some people that don't have any money. They talk real big. So that's not what that means.
Seriously. I needed to come here to see you, hoping that you would help my family. Because
You
I've
hear?
seen you on TV helping people.
And you hear
with
how I've been
getting
talking with her.
counseling.
You hear how I've been talking with her. Don't do my job.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No problem. So what do you say to these loans, young lady? Why don't you want to get your stimulus?
Me and my mom had fell out for a while. That ain't like no reason. Like, and she told me that I could pay her back when I can pay her back. And she wasn't even talking to me because of my addiction. And like now we cool, we close. That's my mom. I love her. We always gonna be close. Even I was crying when she wasn't talking to me.
Okay.
But
Problem we have, ma'am, is you suing her to get your money back beyond the statute of limitations.
Okay.
So I'm not going to grant you your judgment. I am going to grant you some help. All right? You mind if my staff works with you?
I'm be very appreciative, very cooperative, very willing, because I really, that's all my mama really wants. So her not getting the money, she's still smiling because my mama, she wants her daughter back. And I mean, and she know at the end of the day, once I do get the money, I'll pay her right back.
Good, I'm proud of you. But we're going to make sure you get the help. It's
Thank
up to
you.
you. Once we give you the help, it's up to
Thank
you
you,
what you do with it. Don't let us down. Don't let me down.
Oh no, I'm
All right,
definitely
because I
gonna
show
do
up
it.
there at
with her
what's
a
your
year
name in the
later?
club, they not won't let me in, but I'll wait outside for you. Come out there. I thought you didn't go to your NA today.
Oh no, I don't work in
Before
no
I
clubs
snatch you
no
off
more.
that
Look,
stage,
no,
they
I'm
let me in
retired.
now. I'll tell you what I do.
I'm retired.
Case dismissed. I want you to come back and let us know how you're doing, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
I love you always.
Yeah.
Always.
Can we give
You
a
my
hug?
shining light.
Are we allowed to? Or not?
Coronavirus,
Okay.
virtual hugs.
Okay. 1 year from now, I want you to be able to write a letter and explain all the glorious growing that you've done and how much his help has helped you.
Yes, ma'am.
When we last spoke with plaintiff Sandra Black, she told us that 3 weeks after completing rehab, defendant Felicia Okunbuyunde relapsed. She then entered a 1-year residential program, but was kicked out after 3 months and sadly relapsed again. Sandra told us that she currently has custody of Felicia's 4 children. We also recently spoke with Felicia, who admitted that she relapsed and that her mother is currently raising her 4 children. Felicia told us that she is desperate to get her children back and plans to attend college to earn a degree in psychology.